up. All right, let's pull this up. Nope. What are you? Goodbye. No. It's tiny. It's time for the dads to return. It's time for the dadliest of dads. We have 3 left to go. 3 left to go, everybody. 3 left to go. I don't know how I feel about this. I've been playing this game for so long, it feels like. It really feels like I've been playing this game for ages. But no, we've been good. So, yeah, we're gonna be dating Damien this time, Mr. Vampire Goth Dude, this guy right over here, and see how it goes. We'll go new game, and as per usual, we need to skip through the intro because no one cares about the intro. Dad, wake up! Wake up. Alright, I got a perfect idea on how we have to look today. Who's ready for greatness? Alright. We're trying to make the stylish looking Dracula character ever. I've realized what I have done. I have realized what I have done. Perfect. Count Santacula. This is Count Santacula, the leader of all of the elves in the South Pole. Not the North Pole, that's his cousin Santa. This is Count Santacula. Completely different. Also, drinks the blood of, I don't know. Drinks blood of things, on the weekends. Perfect. Also, yes, his first name is Count. Last name is Santacula. I love Count Santacula. He's the best. Also, do you guys know what time it is? It's skipping time. Pooped in your pants. You pooped in your pants the day you were born. Your mother was Mrs. Claus. We had an affair. Count Santacula slept with his cousins. With his cousin's wife. Oh man, that's a story. What a story, dude. It's crazy. Hi, Joseph. We always see you. I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible. Joseph probably wants his plate back, so we'll just talk to Joseph. Be like, yo, dude, how's it going? Your kids are creepy as fuck. Need to rest my eyes. Bro, dude. Bro. I love how Craig was the first person that we've, like, dated in this game, and we never talked to him ever again. Never talked to him again. Sleepy time. So weirdly enough, Damien's the one that we've, like, not seen hardly at all. I just want y'all to know. Like, we really have not seen Damien at all. Like, we see Joseph, we see Hugo, because it's Hugo. And then we see everyone at the thing. We could go to the food court and see Damien, but we're not going to. I just want to get through this fast, because this is the intro, and we need to worry about the intro. Lenticular, discombobulated, and fire. I love fire. Fire is hot. Fire. Fire on the dance floor, let's go. Dance and count. There's Mary. Hello, Dad Rock. We finally met Matt. Now we've met Brian. And this is Daisy. Wow. Because we did not meet anybody, they really are trying to have us meet everybody. Burger time. Burgers. I like burgers. Man, I want food. Haven't eaten today. We'll worry about that later. Gonna work on some stuff. Dad stuff. Working on stuff. Dad stuff. I was scared. I was scared, Amanda. I missed you so much. All right, let's go. Dad book time. What is Count Santacula gonna do on a Friday night? Polish and sort my coin collection. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? The lost shaker of salt. What are my turn-ons? Tennis shoes with long white socks. What did you want to do when you grow up? Well, I am the leader of the South Pole, so that means I must be the president of space. What is my favorite movie genre? Absolutely romantic comedies. What's my ideal date? Arson. Count Santacula is the reason for global warming. I'm sorry, everybody. Would you never leave home without? A sensible cardigan. I spent a lot of time thinking about potential ends of the world. Perfect. Count Santacula is amazing. Hello, Damien. Gonna date you now. How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On Friday late night, you are most likely to listen to stroked out there. Listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. Oh shit. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. Or bosom. Either which. What do you want to be when you grow up? A bat. What is your favorite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We're at an industrial dark work club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. I feel your heart beat to the beat of your drum. I wanna say. Anyway, what do you never leave home without? An upside down cross? Well, shit. I spend a lot of time thinking about morality salience. Mortality salience. All right, Damien, let's be friends. Let's date. Let's fuck. But let's go. Jumping into it. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get him to know him a little bit better. That's true. Also, Cool. I navigate to Damien's dadbook page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Oh god, it's me. Damien's me, dude. No! Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I set my coffee, and the computer finally dings. Playing Genshin, you heard arson? A little late for that. Count. Oh, whoa, there's more. I must convince my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in a gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Blood March. This is me. This man is me. Damien is me. Yes, his last name is Blood March. That is a last name. What? You don't like Santacula? You don't like Count Santacula? I'm offended, King Cheese. I'm so sad. Count Santacula and Damien Blood March are gonna date. This is gonna be crazy. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Amanda! That's gonna be his voice this entire time. Amanda pops out of her room, her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Hey, are you alright? Oh, yeah, totally, I'm cool. I just found out that the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last 2 months was actually made out of plastic. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. Are you sure that's all you're upset about? If there's, anything going on, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. Always be waiting for you here, at the South Pole. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away. Or I can send my elvish army over there. For you see, I am Count Santacula. Santa ain't got nothing on me, bitch. Thanks, Dad, I appreciate that, but I'm fine, really. I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? I love how his name is just Count. I just love how his first name is just Count. Oh, I made the greatest. Oh, totally. This is a hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LOL and Lamau or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Well, where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill, Dad? How will you address the noblemen in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? What? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Count. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. The fuck is this? Is this his house? Ho, ho, ho. Maybe I should do a voice like this moving forward. I guess. We'll see. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and looked around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head or knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the walls. Jesus. What is this? As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence, an old oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Count, pleased to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry. There was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Dude has his nails painted. And they're sharp! Okay. Damien leads me around the house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes in the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of many modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Hey, dude likes, My Chemical Romance, let's go. Did they just listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victoria era? Let's fucking go! That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are? Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door to the end, at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arch windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window. Walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. I need to exercise. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing loungingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs in the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs! Nice bugs! I don't know what my voice is. I don't know what... Ho ho ho! Nice bugs there, kiddo! I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned it would stick the pin right through my finger. There we go. That's the voice we're gonna roll with. Because fuck it. Ah, the Pinner's Gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book. You know, Count, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought that more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read out loud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Oh, this is Naruto erotica. This is Naruto erotica, dude. Oh, Naruto and Sasuke are gonna fuck, dude. Holy crap. Oh, oh, poor Sakura. She's losing her man. What? Okay, I think that's enough. Damien steps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? Sure. I'm a little lightheaded after that. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set up upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high back chairs, and Damien pours and serves me some tea. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just trying to do something really quick. Best possible moment, apparently. Sorry, do something here real quick. Sorry. I was just noticing something, so. Okay. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth of class of the people enjoying it, when in fact that high refers to both the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served.
Oh,
My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea.
that's informative.
Uh-oh. I just broke everything. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. Vampire, dude. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive.
It seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place.
Thank you. No one's ever complimented me in my home before.
Hell, I could barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. Look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous.
That's very generous of you to say.
What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Well, when I was a young boy, my father...
Did he take you into the city?
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. Oh my gosh, that's great. Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand.
You're serious?
Of course.
But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously?
I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion, which started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals, grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think.
Why not go all the way?
I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly hard. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Count, do you have any hobbies?
Oh man, I do! Well, I don't know if I can care about anything the way you care about this stuff.
Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they are passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated.
Love me some word jumbles. The written words fascinate me. We spend so much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really.
Oh, so you're a writer.
In a sense.
We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies float lazily through the air. Yo, gardens are really cool. If I wasn't allergic to all of nature, I would definitely have my own garden. Just being honest. Welcome back. My garden.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Thou art the tightest. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Whoa. And that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Honeysuckle. They smell really good. And then you can eat the tiniest little drop of nectar when you pull the stem out. I have to remember that when I put a bouquet together a bouquet for you. You put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Count, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. What? Why are you guys surprised? I'm confused. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Where watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! Uh, uh. Okay, so that's the head. Nope. Why is this not working? Why is this not working? I'm scared. No! 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 Fuck it! No, we're going back! Thou art the tightest. Honeysuckle. Alright. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! What? How is this supposed to go? Oh. Got it. I had to flip it. I had to flip it. That's so weird. Okay, I did it. Ooh, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. Looks upset. Count, my serious apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem.
No problem, dude. Sorry, Santa just got busy. Let me just... No problem, dude. Everything okay?
There you go. We're gonna do old man voice. Fuck it. That's what it's gonna be. Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian.
What's wrong?
He appears to have... Well, his teacher needs me to come to school post-haste.
Do you need help?
Oh no, you don't have to...
Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together.
You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side.
Let's go.
Damien and I walk into school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
Hey, Damien, you're here in record time.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time?
This Damien, you have to see to believe.
Damien and I fall into the step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into the darkness.
What's your step?
I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. You know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. What are both of you two are just doing stuff? Of course y'all are. Of course. 1 second here. Gotta try something. Trying to get everything done. Trying to get everything done at the same time. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Of course. Alright, we found another... Hey, what up, Boops? How's it going? What is this game? This game's fun. interesting. We're more than halfway done with it. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him and Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? I was like, there, thanks. How have you been, Booper? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to... Cask of Amontillado, Ernest? Damn. It's kind of smart, honestly. It's good. That's a good story. You guys should read it. It's good. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper him. What's Cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. Yep. It's a good book. It's a good story. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it turned out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. But then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad. What? It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cast of Amontillado. It took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. Damn! Everyone's the same! What? It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie! Gosh. Good shit. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell? Don't do whatever that was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe we can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want to your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. Aw, they do like each other. Lucian's just an asshole. But he's good. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. Meanwhile, Ernest is smoking crack in the back seat. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just wanted what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would have done either of us favors. It really does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate the show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while staring in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with amused expressions, both of them heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. What sort of house doesn't even have a bathroom? What? But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go?
It got strange. We had to go to school to pick up Lucian since he tried to...
He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall, right?
How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me?
Lucian livestreamed the entire thing.
This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And surprisingly diplomatic dad.
I dig his style.
You know what? Me too.
It's the worst time to drink water. He live streamed him breaking up Ernest. Wait a second. Hold on. He live streamed breaking up Ernest.
My dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one.
And Ernest still didn't realize what was happening?
It's a Victorian.
All right, we've done this. We've seen this before. How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point in life? I don't know. Damien, can we go on our second date, please?
You got dads.
You got dads. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. Open up Dad Book and start writing up a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter.
Oh, is it from Grandma?
No, it's from Damien.
Whoa, can I see it?
Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Count, I hope you find my continued correspondence endearing, rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of a slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Count, if you allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be of your taste. I eagerly await your response. With greatest respect, D. Bloodmarch. I like this guy. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow.
He's good.
So you're gonna catch a movie with him?
Yeah, I better message him on Dad Book and let him know.
Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back. A real letter.
But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool.
Will you help me? I need to class this up.
Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter.
Oh, that's classy.
Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse show times.
He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy type of guy.
Oh no! My Dad Book persona! No more romantic comedies! Oh, the humanity! Alright, I'm over it. Oh, here's one.
Vampire Crusade 2?
Evil never dies.
I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid.
Actually, it's like a critically acclaimed exploration, like the Inui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head.
Really?
Nah, there's just a lot of blood and vampire titties. I'm sold! Let's fucking go, dude! Sorry. Excuse me. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, let's roll the dice.
I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down on the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let me know how you're feeling. You find my good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I'm not explaining anything. Nice. Ask him to hang out already.
True art takes time, Amanda.
Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Dad, whoa.
I saw it on TV. I'm not an actually intelligent person.
Bring it home, Pops. Bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you will find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Oh, where's the emotes when you need them? Namaste. Namaste. Oh, I can say namaste. Oh, fuck, we're saying namaste. Then I'll send my full name, fancier that way. Count Centacula. Oh, Count Centacula. Perfect.
Is this okay?
Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. All right, let's go. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good... Sorry, we got a proper voice. I apologize.
Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess to my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. Your letter found me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Like Bruegel's landscape at the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you will find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies, which I assure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Also, I hear there's lots of blood and tits. Namaste. Count Centacula. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. All you have to do is seal it and print it, put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape?
That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. Gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax.
What's that other thing?
Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch.
Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh?
Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Damn, okay. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good.
I don't want to know if any of this is true.
I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into a slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished?
Now we play the waiting game.
The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter, thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me.
You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? Also, I'm wearing a superhero outfit.
I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you.
Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon?
I didn't hear anything.
What?
Oh my.
What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds.
Let's do it.
We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. Turn out to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids.
Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends.
Whatever, Dad.
What movie will you be attending tonight?
My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2 Evil Never Dies.
You? Watching that?
Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it.
Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Hey. I don't know if that was supposed to be kind or not. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien.
Good luck with what?
It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer. Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so, excited for this film. Oh god, please don't have a boner. I am a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Of course, I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Okay, so, okay. So he's a horror enthusiast who hates horror. Got it.
Oh, interesting.
That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second.
Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled babs sits up in a coffin. Awake, my Kevin. Two more vampires slide the tops off their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. Sorry, what? I'm confused. It is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie when Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with.
Romulus, it is good to finally meet you.
General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you. Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
What?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. So this is reminding me of something. Just a fun thing to bring up, I suppose. This reminds me of the time when I saw Frozen with my best friend, and that, like, it was the first time, like, I actually hung out, first time I was actually, like, got to go to a movie, like, with a friend, and, like, buy, like, my own popcorn and everything, too, because I, like, had a job at that point. And it was Frozen 1. It was, like, right after it came out. No, it's not being scared of Frozen. I'm just talking about, like, the I wish you would hold my hand again part, or I wish they would hold my hand again, in this case. Because, like, we had times where, like, we both reach for the popcorn at the same time and hold each other's hand for a bit. And I was just like, damn, that was a fun time. And I remember the entire time during the movie, I would just, like, quietly, like, be like, man, I freaking wish, please. And, like, sometimes it happened, sometimes it wouldn't. That night ended well. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Find out a plot hole.
Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets?
Yes, that's absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint.
It's almost unwatchable.
It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it is actually to go create your own thing, huh?
Hey, look, that's an anchorism.
The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie, where Romulus Badblood and the General's wife embrace each other in a script. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold and beating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Dementius and his rival lover Carmela, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Vampire tits. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as a pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore.
Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien's making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk in the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater.
Lovely night, isn't it?
As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely! Damn, okay, here comes a smooth response. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it! Hell yeah. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I'm sure I'm one smooth operator.
Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop and grab something to eat.
Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What?
Are we going in there?
A little bit of Victorian flavor, Count. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us, and I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? Why is the music suddenly playing? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket.
Wait, were you hiding that?
Under my cloak?
Oh, right.
Or where were you hiding it, I guess? Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. Cheese! You're being eaten again! In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures.
That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. Are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
I wasn't, he sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by the movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just never been good at those. I just feel as if it's because how I look and act. People expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have a constitution for them at times.
Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie.
It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think, gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, and to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance I see a shadowy figure in the trees.
What is that?
I'm not sure. It's noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look at Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Woof. Oh. It's a dog. As it finally comes into light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. It's Brian. The dog darts over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog.
Hey.
We both look up, not expecting to see... Oh, it's Robert. Oh, that's Robert's dog. That's right. The Corgi is Brian's dog. That's right. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids.
What?
What?
I didn't know you had a dog.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure, wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them.
I didn't know you liked dogs.
Man, I am running out of breath here. I've been doing a lot of talking these past few days. Goodness gracious. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by small dogs, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Count, if you allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded and monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I'll use these to dry my tears for those I've lost. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. What? As it turns out, Damien's just Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Count. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure that wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the knife. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Hooray! The date's complete! We did it! Holy crap! Oh, fuck.
Wow. My stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
We did it. God, my throat's like kind of killing me. Oof. I've actually been talking way a ton. All right, Amanda's crying. And she's upset. We're just gonna make things. Best friend. Gonna go watch a movie? No worries. Back, no worries. Bye. Alright, yeah, like I said, we've seen this so many times. Alright, last one.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Holy balls, dude. Woo. I am trying my best to get through this with my voice intact. Like, I've been doing a lot of reading lately, actually, for stuff. So I'm gonna, yeah, well, we're gonna have to take a break probably after we finish this game. We'll still be playing the other two games tonight. I'm gonna have to get food and like refresh my throat. Anyway, Damien, last one, third dates. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of broccoli. Ever since we had that picnic at the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dad Book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I couldn't say no. You know, with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen the Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I've become Damien's familiar, and I'm compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think. What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying over off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, you can throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, don't you? That's my girl. Good job. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cape, I mean cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna sound like a silly question, but why do Goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. It's that, if that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die. You're going to die. And life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances in modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. That's actually true. That's true. Weird thing that I know, because I used to frequent the internet a lot. I still do, honestly. But I don't go to the site anymore, and I do want to, I kind of want to go back to read it, because it's a cool site. Yeah, if you see an old-timey picture where it looks like there's somebody just, like, staring at the camera, but they look super clear, that's a dead body. Because, like, you'll notice that people who are alive are a little blurred and, like, a little, like, because you can't, like, stay still during a picture, so back then, like, if you moved a little bit, you were slightly blurred. But dead bodies could stay perfectly still because they were dead. So if you see a picture from, like, the 1800s or so, I think it's 1800s. Or, like, 1600? No, it's 1800s, like, 1900s and such. Yeah, it would be a dead body. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of these formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not to allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Fair point. Fair point. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. He turns to the harbor and watches ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again. I can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. Hope he likes beards, because damn. I'm leaning closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry, I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a moment, Damien returns to me. Everything okay? What? There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything you could do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come. There isn't time to waste. An emergency? After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the walls, but they are so nondescript I'm still unsure what kind of place this even is. Animals? Wait here for a moment, I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing throughout the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff out the air. It's a shelter. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Mary, what are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter.
What?
We take care of stray animals and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in?
Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter.
Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney?
Just one moment.
Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows I see. So, what?
Damien?
Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I am not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that.
Oh, shit. But I'm Count Santagula.
Damn it. Hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again?
Who's Duchess Cordelia?
She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats. When she came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here at the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course.
Where could she be?
She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart. Ruthless, even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she'll turn into a werewolf and starts eating people.
What?
You're a perfect little peach, Count. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold.
Oh.
I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Coffee Dad, Nerd's House, Very Sick Pad, Smalls, Dames, Other Nerd's House, Mario Batali, Kale. So, hold on. So the neighborhood is... So you got Craig, Matt. I guess we're the nerd. So, Count's house, Joseph's house, Robert's house, Damien's house. Other nerd's house is probably Hugo. Mario Batali is probably Brian? Probably.
Oh man, I'm Nerd's house?
At least you're not other nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Alright, we're saving. Let's go to the cul-de-sac. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over him. He seems concerned.
Shouldn't be too hard to find Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup.
Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was really great here for Bark Bark Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Count? Gotta stay positive.
My dad once told me, Count, you can't shove raisins up your nose,
and that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude. You know what? I made it happen. You.
Might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins room for my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if I have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils.
Young children really are resilient, I suppose.
Haha, yes, young children.
I was 16. Let's just hope for the best.
We got this.
We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. Looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwater lawn?
Oh, here we go.
How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously.
Count, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you?
Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to retill the soil. That could be a... Whoops. That could be a dog or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, I might have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding the dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. So she wants food. So food would probably be at Coffee Spoon, right? You park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt. Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried getting closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old grateful banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice, the road slice. This banana bread is going to be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's going to be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I am grateful. That's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. Alright, so we went east. So probably went Bayside. Where's the softball up there? So yeah, Bayside. We're right back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet, although who knows if she made it into any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Pops? Damien and I turned up to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Do you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry, what are you doing? I'm heading home to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I would definitely have remembered that. I gotta run though. This burrito is about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down to the molecular structure of the tortilla, makes it all soggy. You understand? I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Centecula. That said the Duchess went east on the Coffee Spoon, but there's no sign of her here. I suppose we need to go not so east? Well, it's gotta be the cul-de-sac. We're over the cul-de-sac to find everything looking noble except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. She can open doors. It's the classic Duchess Cordelia. A telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down here, I've got your back. We'll creep up on the porch and step inside. Holy shit, that's a big dog. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs they've ever seen. Woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again, and get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on our guard. We'll need another plan. Give her the grateful banana bread. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of grateful banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives me the bread, a good sniff, before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damon walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damon gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way she could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. What flavor pizza rolls are those? Pepperoni blast. Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurls towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words. Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Boof. Hugo, may I present you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Borf. We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She's got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of a...
What?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fee since, we're technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with Duchess inside. Sam seems to be happy with his new friend.
Yes.
I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks to your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do her right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. We did it! And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think this was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Count, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back and I got vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him... Mary, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. Meanwhile, Mary is sleeping with all the dads that we've been sleeping with. God dang it, Mary. I want to sleep with you. Sorry. What? So, about the whole Goths thing. I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? Glasses aren't dumb. I feel insulted. He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I will like you because all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care. That's awesome. And also the glasses are very cute. Oh, the Count's great. You don't think I'm boring? At all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we could be boring together? It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared he wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Does a bat have wings? Ah, I believe I have my answer then. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? No! Sure. Yes. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac. Our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I could be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch on the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Oh, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. Make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full excited for the days to come. Hooray! We're dating a vampire! Date complete. We really did not get too many points for this one, though. But we got an S!
You've simply taken the egg on this.
No automotive care, though. Interview with a vampire! We did it!
The egg.
Alright, time to go fest. Do. All the dads are here, and Damien's wearing his regular outfit. Hugo's not wearing the shirt though. So we're just gonna kind of keep going briefly because we're gonna probably walk into Lucian. Mary. Oh, she's talking about the thing. We have a really fluffy samurai right now. His name is Harold. Loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if it gets too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro, we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you into to meet all of them. We always could use extra hands around the shelter. If those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor. Kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. Decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all, huh? Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely. She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Count! Brian, you made it! Don't pass a good Mac. There's Craig. Craig's just doing Craig things. Joseph's just doing Joseph things. Hugo. Doing Hugo things. Robert doing Robert things. Matt doing Matt things. Hey man, his dad. I turned to spot Lucian walking up to me. Yes, Lucian? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around, Count. The party starts to wind down. We had a killer party, but guess what? We're crying. We give a present. And now... someone's waiting for us. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What, really? I'm kidding, Count, but what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a real revelation the other day, Count, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There's a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. What you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself. A 3-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place. To make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you could be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Count, me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me. Placing a hand on the side of my face, he strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss, but I think I can make an exception for you. Aw, cute. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, we did it! Another path done. We frickin' did it. And we finally dated another one, because the past few ones really didn't date. I guess we technically did date Hugo, huh? Look at how fucking suave we are. And let's see Damien's picture. Damn. Look at that. Nice. And with that, another face on the front has been filled in. We just have 2 more to go, guys. 2 more. We have Matt and we have Brian left. And here's the pictures we got so far. So we got Craig. We got Joseph. Robert. Hugo. And Damien. I like all the different art styles that they're in too. I feel like I know whose art style this is, but I can't remember their name. And this one. Alright. Dressed to be painted like one of those French girls. True. Alright, so we got 2 dads left. We got Matt and Brian. As I stated back in Hugo's route, I know who the final ones that we're going to go for is, and Brian's the last one. Brian has, if I can pull this up proper, Brian has 4 other achievements associated with him. He straight up has 4. So I figured for the finale stream for Dream Daddy, we do the longest one, which is Brian's. Matt is gonna be the next one that we stream though, and once again, I'm gonna keep it as a every Saturday thing. So Matt will be this upcoming Saturday, which at the time of streaming this is the 10th of July, and then the finale will be on the 17th, and then Dream Daddy should be 100%ed, assuming I could do one achievement that is supposed to be the hardest achievement by far. So should be interesting. With that, we're pretty set with stuff. My throat is killing me though. Gonna be honest with y'all. My throat is killing me. So I'm gonna get some food and get some not only get some food but also get some something to drink because I'm just hungry and thirsty and such. I'm gonna do something though, because I don't normally do it, but I've been trying to get better at this. We're gonna raid Neko. I'm pretty bad at doing this, but yeah, we're gonna raid Neko, and then we'll be back after I'm done eating and everything. We'll be back with Untitled Goose Game, which should be an entire stream of just going through the game, and then yeah, we should be good. With that, I thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Katafi. I'll see you guys next time for some more Ready Gaming. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everybody.